What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today is going to be awesome because I'm going to be building like this hip thing, and I think you should also be able to manual and pump it, so it's going to be sick. So I wanted to widen the trail out a little bit so everything flows a bit better. The problem with that was everything was covered in like half loam and half leaves. It was like 3 or 4 inches. So I had to use my shovel and throw all of that out of the way. But then like the trail after the roller was like way in like kind of a dip compared to the landing of the hip. So I had to even everything out. I used a log to help cage in the dirt. And after that, the entire trail was covered in like 3 inches of dead, rotting logs. So that took a really long time. I had to shovel all of that stuff. I had to scrape it off and then throw it out of the way. That was really annoying. It just took forever. Luckily I got that done now that the trail is nice and even and wide. I'm gonna try to take advantage of this little dip here and use a roller before this like little hip thing. I'm not exactly sure what to call it, but yeah. Now that it's all cleared out, I'm going to kind of like bench this whole area out and have a nice little pump before you let. But to do that, I'm going to use the McLeod to bench into this side a little bit, pull some dirt over here, make a nice little smooth transition all the way to here. Alrighty guys, at the top of the trick line, drop in and see how this feels. I need to cut those branches. I'm gonna start off with the hip. That's a lot better already. Alrighty. This time, I'm gonna try the roller. Oh my goodness. That is so much better. It's probably hard to tell, but before it was like, the trail was too thin and ground was super mushy. Now everything's like compacted. It's so much better. Alrighty guys, so as you can see there, I absolutely loved how this worked out. This entire section with the roller, and it is so good. The problem is this little pump is not quite big enough to really like matter. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to keep digging down, but that'll give me excess dirt. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna need a berm somewhere in here. So I'm just going to pile just a whole bunch of dirt up here and just see how that goes. I think I'm also gonna use some logs to help cage it in. Alrighty, it is the next day, everybody, and although it is still a little wet, the ground has definitely dried up and firmed up a lot. So I think I'm going to give it a test. I'm going to start off by doing probably the most fun and the most used line, which will be the hip to jumping it. And then if that works out, I will try maybe like the roller and then see if I can pump it. There is a small chance that this is just going to be too tight to like manual pump, in which case I would just kind of fill in the area and you could just roll up it if you wanted to. But I'm gonna go test it and see what I think. I'm also hoping this section will have helped out a lot. Drop it in. Alrighty, I'm gonna go hip to the new thing. Now I'm gonna see what it feels like to try and manual pump that thing. So the actual jump part of this was awesome. I loved how it felt. It felt better than I thought. And the first time I tried to pump it, I did not like it at all. But actually, it's grown on me after a couple more sends. And I really like the challenge of how tight and quick it is. So I'm gonna leave it for now. And this whole section felt great. I wonder if I'm gonna have to build a little catch berm along here. I mean, the end here definitely needs some work. There's not enough dirt in it, but I wanna ride this part a little more and see how it feels. And if I like it, I'll leave it. And if it needs a little bit of a catch berm, then I'll build one. Okay, so I'm not going to build a berm here for two reasons. The first reason being, I don't really need one. And the second being, I have never had like places on these trails where I have, like, it's been 50-50 on a berm and I haven't built it. I've always built a catch berm. I think it'd be a good place to have some like cornering practice almost, but I think it'd just be something good to have. And also, if I do end up not turning and falling off this hill and catch it on camera, it'll be hilarious. So for all of those reasons, I think I'm not gonna build a berm. All that needs doing is I need to bring in a little bit of dirt for right here, but I think I can just dig it out of here because there's still a little bit of an upslope there. So now that I'm done with trail work, it's time to ride. Everything is running absolutely awesome. I'm loving it. And y'all are probably wondering though, what is gonna go here? And I have an awesome idea of what's gonna fill that shape perfectly. But it's gonna be a little bit of a wait before I can build it because I have finals next week and then a final exam. So next video will not be me building, and I probably would have done more this video if I didn't have to study so much. But in 2 videos or so, I should be back building and bringing this Trickline to a close with a really, really, really fun feature. I'm excited to build it, and I hope everyone enjoyed this video and that everybody has an absolutely amazing rest of their day.